I have not been too well recently, so I decided to build a hospital in Sims to try and trick myself into pretending that I'm feeling a little bit better with my life. I did it on stream, so if you don't already follow me on Twitch, I do occasionally do some Sim streams, but it's mostly Dead by Daylight content. So if you're into Dead by Daylight as well and want to see a bit more of me, go ahead over on Twitch. The link is in the description. And yeah, I stream kind of 3 days a week, but occasionally I do some Sim streams if I'm a bit sick of DBD. So yeah, I did this on stream, so there will be some like chat messages and stuff going through and some alerts, but hopefully they're not too noticeable and too annoying. Yeah, let's get into the speed build. Just cut to the chase, let's just go. Okay, so this is a functional hospital lot. If you didn't know, you can build on like the hospital lot, on the science lab lot, and also the like police station lot. So like for the careers that came with Get to Work, you can build them, you just need to enable a few cheats. So as far as I'm aware, if I get this wrong, I'll correct myself. As far as I'm aware, you need to do testing cheats true, so testing cheats one word space true, and then I think it's just bb.enable free build, all one word. So enable free build. I'm pretty sure that's all you need to do. If there is anything else, I will of course put it on the screen somewhere. But I'm pretty sure that's just it. The only thing that's kind of awkward is getting to these locations, because you've got to, you can't be there for work, at least for the hospital. I'm not sure if it's the same for the science lab and for the police station, but you can't be here for work. It took me on stream about half an hour just to figure out how to get here because my MC command center wasn't updated, so that wasn't working. So then I had to update MC command center. I got my sim to work here as a job, and then she came and she couldn't edit it because she was in work. And eventually I had to make her pregnant, and then like force her pregnancy to be in labor, which was quite funny really because I did like the storylines thing, and default for that she hated children. So I made her get, oh actually that's the thing, I went to try and do like a science baby first because MC Command Center wasn't working initially, so I was like, let's try and do a science baby and then I'll cheat that to her being in labour. So I went to do a science baby and that didn't work, so I was like, right, okay, cool. So I closed the game, updated MC Command Center, loaded back into the game, got it to work. So then I cheated a pregnancy for one boy. I cheated pregnancy for one boy. So she was pregnant, I was like, right, cool, let's force labour. Fantastic. Also, I have a mod on for the science babies where you actually choose whether or not they just have an instant baby or if you have like a full pregnancy. So I decided to go for a full pregnancy for this one just so I could get home and cheat it. So that's why she didn't immediately have the baby as part of that. But yeah, so I cheated a pregnancy for one boy and forced her to go into labour so she can go to the hospital in labour, and I was finally able to actually access the free build cheat and get her, like, get building basically. If you're trying to do that for like the police station and the science lab, I have no idea how you're going to do that. I'm so sorry. There's probably somewhere else that could figure that out, but I have no idea how to do that because you can't obviously arrest yourself and go to jail. I have no idea how that works. Anyway, so yeah, I built the whole thing. At the very end I was like, right, let's test to see if she could still have the baby here. And she did, and she had 2 girls and a boy. So the science baby gave me twin girls. It's very rare to get twins with science babies, just in case you didn't know. It is very rare to get twins. So she had 2 girls, and then the one boy that I cheated to try and get her here. And remember, with the storylines, she hated children. So my sim that now hates children has 3 kids. So that's unfortunate for her. But yeah, it was a bit of a rigmarole trying to get here, but it was quite entertaining, I think, on stream. It was a nightmare and I was kind of crying inside. But yeah, it was okay. But yeah, so basically I haven't really been feeling well, which is kind of why my uploads have been have been non-existent for the last like 2 weeks or so. I'm very sorry about that. I had a chest infection in both my lungs. That was great. And then after that, I've had some really bad eye infections, some conjunctivitis in this eye mainly, and it's actually not doing too bad today. So I have got a little bit of makeup on, but for the most part, just like not really any makeup on. But yeah, I've had conjunctivitis. After I came off my antibiotics, I started feeling sick with that, and I couldn't do anything with my eyes. This eye was literally as as pink as my hair. Like, it was just so bloodshot. It was like, honestly, this one looked so white in comparison to this one for like a straight 3 days. It was just really bad, so I couldn't really film any videos. So I did a few speed builds, or like a few kind of builds anyway, and save the footage for that. So there'll be some, unfortunately there'll be more speed builds for the next couple of weeks, but I do have, I have asked my husband to do a shower challenge for me. So I think the next video, because I've done a few speed builds in a row, I think the next video will be an actual sitting down and building with me, as opposed to me just chatting a load of rubbish over this, basically. So yeah, I kind of just built a hospital to try to make me feel better, and it didn't really work. I was still pretty ill for about a week after filming, after doing this stream. Because I did do this on stream as well, this camera, for like me talking, will be a little bit bigger to cover my stream camera. And again, in the bottom right corner, there will be some chat messages and the occasional alert. But hopefully, again, it's not too distracting. But yeah, we had some fun with this one. At the very start of the speed build, the first thing I built, I did like the entry bit, and then I did downstairs, and the first thing I built was a morgue. I don't know what that says about me, but I did build a morgue. We'll obviously do a tour after this, because it has been finished now. We'll do a tour, and I'll show you the morgue. There is something very sussy in there, which I did cut out, because even with this footage being sped up 1,000%, right? Like, this is 1,000 times the speed of the actual footage. Even with that, I did linger on a specific detail in the morgue a bit too long, and I'm not going to. I probably can't, and I won't. I'm not going to show you on YouTube what it is. So if you want to know what it is, you'd have to go to my Twitch to check out my VOD, and there will be a few clips of it somewhere. I was gonna say I might highlight it on Twitch, but I don't think I can. It is an inappropriate object, but I will try to censor it with an appropriately shaped censor bar when I show you in the walkthrough at the end of this video. So I had the Wicked Whims mod in, so just so you know, that's should give you an idea of what it is. But we had a bit of fun with the morgue. You might have already seen it as well, but I did put some blood puddles and like the whole steam and bubble thing that goes into pools into like a second basement, so that it was like all bubbly coming out the grate. So that's fun. But again, I'll show you that in the walkthrough. But yeah, so this hospital, I think it's a lot bigger and a lot uglier than the original one, but I still like it, and it should be fully functional. So all the stuff that you need in game, so the like patient beds and the surgery machines, and like there's like a PC for like a computer for your Sims when you're doing their careers. There's enough bathrooms. There's a check-in stuff, and there's also the examination stuff, like the kind of the treadmills that you have and a few things like that. So there is everything that you need in here to do the career. So this should be completely fine for the career. And as you can see here, I'm building like a kind of what I'm trying to say, a staff room. So this will have the TV, a bed in it if your sim needs to have a nap during the day. Because I was thinking hospitals actually do regularly have like bedrooms in there, because you know, some people do like 24-hour shifts and they need to have a nap. They get given a couple of hours break to have a nap. So yeah, there is a bedroom in there. There's like a full kitchenette in the staff room. There's also a downstairs bathroom just for the staff, so only staff can access through the high school years door. It's a faculty only door, so only you can get in there, so no other weirdo should be in there apart from the staff. But yeah, there will be a full bathroom downstairs with a shower. There's a gym upstairs, because the original one has a gym, because I'm pretty sure one of the career things at some point within the doctor career, like one of the like tasks to do when you're at work is work out, which is a bit strange. But yeah, so there's a gym upstairs, there's a bathroom upstairs as well, some showers up there, but there's also a shower downstairs. There's a couple of vending machines around, a bed, a TV. A lot of them you have to wash your hands, but there's like sinks in almost every room in this one. Like in every single, I've done like 4 kind of, I call them GP rooms, but like kind of examination rooms, I guess. Like when you go to your doctor, it's just their office space. So there's a sink in every one of them. So there's plenty of sinks around. But yeah, there's also a few extra computers around as well. I'm pretty sure I did a few, or some iPads as well. So there's some things going around. It is fully functional. I haven't fully tested it myself, but everything that's in there, like you can see on the side, there's a whole long rectangular room, which was like the original hallway, in the hospital, and I just put all the stuff that you needed in there. And honestly, the gallery was amazing. The gallery is a much needed resource when doing this, because I realized I needed more like hospital beds, I needed more surgery machines, I didn't need them, but I wanted the cribs that like the debug cribs that they already had in the hospital that aren't in the store. And I could have gone through debug to find all this stuff, but I'm really bad with debug. I always struggle with it. I honestly need to get the mod to like organize it better. I can't remember what it's called. It'll come to my head eventually, but I need to get that mod that like arranges and sorts the debug menu for you so you can actually search things and stuff. I think it's honestly just better debug. I actually have no idea what the mod's called. If you know, let me know. But I need to get that mod because I am so bad with debug, I never use it. So I just searched in the gallery, surgical bed, or no, surgery machine, or like hospital bed, or baby hospital cot, or whatever it's called. I can't remember. Like, if you obviously click on it, it tells you the name. So I was just doing that and searching that up in the gallery, and it was really, really easy to find the stuff that I needed. So yeah, I definitely recommend that. Also, later on, I wanted like an ambulance out of the front, because I kind of built like an A&E section at the back. So I wanted an ambulance at the back, because that's where ambulances would go into. That's the A&E. And there's so many, I thought, I wonder if there's like pre-made ambulances. Has someone like poshed up a van to make it look like an ambulance, or is there a debug ambulance maybe? I don't know. Oh, excuse me, I don't know. So I searched up some ambulances and stuff, and there are some really, really good ones on there. Genuinely, like, I don't know if it's still going to be in the speed build. If it is, it's going to be so quick you won't even see. But the ambulance that I did get, I did look to see how they made it, and it was unbelievable. They had like these red boxes, like red crates that they'd sized up. They got two of them, sized them up to the massive. They put like a load of decals on them, like different. They like layered a van and stuff in there, and like different wall things. It was honestly amazing, and I'm so like, how do people think of that stuff? Like, people are so creative in this game. I don't know how they would have seen a couple of crates and thought ambulance. I just don't get it. But it was absolutely amazing. So that will be at the back of the video. You'll see the ambulance a bit more, but I don't think you'll see me breaking it down and seeing how it's made, because it would just be too quick in the speed build at 1,000 times speed. It's gonna be too quick. But it was really, really cool. So yeah, if you ever need anything, just search it in the gallery. You'll be surprised at what is actually on the gallery. Even things just like if you're trying to find debug items, or if you're trying to find something weirdly specific, they'll be on there. Like, I have a few things saved to my library that are like debug cards, because it's just easier to find them and just kind of cycle through them. So yeah, stuff like that is pretty cool, actually. Some people are so creative, and I'm so jealous because I am not that creative, but anyway, we roll. So yeah, the basis of this, obviously I'll show you a tour later on, but there's like the entryway, you've got the staff room directly behind the office, like the kind of the check-in. You have 4 kind of examination rooms. You have a big waiting room, which is really cramped, which I think really suits the hospital style. At the very back right, you have the maternity ward, so there's a separate like check-in office for the maternity ward. You've got some surgery machine for C-sections. You've got, there's the ambulance. You've got a surgery room for C-sections, and you have a couple of beds for new mothers. And there's also like a small little room where the babies will stay, because I mean, I've never been to a maternity ward, but kind of in movies, right, you see like this room with just a load of cribs that the babies are in for like most of the day, that you can like look through a window and look at your baby in. Is that actually a thing? I have no idea, but I thought I'd build one of them. So there's like a little separate baby room. And then to like the back left, that's like the A&E section. So you've got a really small like entryway bit, which is where the ambulance is. There's a little ramp for the ambulance to go up, which might delete itself occasionally. That's annoying, but that's just a roof tile, like a roof piece, and then you kind of like make it look like a ramp. But yeah, so there's like a little reception area, then there's a hallway, and there's like obviously an overflow bed in there because A&E is always so busy, so there's always an overflow of beds. So there's like a spare bed out in the hallway, and there's a big room just full of a load of beds, quite cramped, load of curtains. And then some vending machines in there, but you don't see the vending machines yet. I didn't finish the build on stream. It took me a little bit over 3 hours to build the majority of this, which actually isn't that long, but then I did spend about another hour finishing off the decorations afterwards, off stream, because I needed to go to bed. I was feeling so ill, and I was like, I need to go. I'm just gonna head off, go to bed and finish this later, and you guys can see the finished thing on YouTube, so kind of made people subscribe to my YouTube a little bit there. But yeah, so it is pretty decorated. I just didn't finish everything here, but there are vending machines and stuff like that. You can also come here to get your Simmy capsules. I've never actually really got into the Simmy capsules side of things that came with Snowy Escape, but I've never really kind of got into it. But you can come here when you're at work and get some Simmy capsules, so, you know, join that career to get some collectibles or sell them. I don't really know, but yeah, so you can come here for that. But yeah, and then obviously downstairs you have the morgue, you have 2 surgery rooms. You could obviously, when you're working here, use the surgery machine in the maternity ward, and realistically you wouldn't really want to put people downstairs for surgery. If you could have lifts, like elevators in here, then that would have been great, but you can't put more than 1 elevator per lot, which is really annoying. So if you had an elevator, then yeah, of course you could have put them like downstairs, but you couldn't. So yeah, you have to walk downstairs to surgery. So there's 2 surgery rooms downstairs and the morgue. There is also like a really weird square room that's full of coffins. I was gonna do like a whole coffin sales shop downstairs and then decided not to, but I left the coffin room. You can't actually get into it. It's just a room with no doors, no windows, full of coffins. So that's odd. Upstairs you have the cafeteria, mainly for customers. Like, honestly, if you're working here, apart from using the gym, you really don't need to go upstairs, but you can if you want to. There's like more bathrooms upstairs, a canteen, and then a staff gym upstairs with some more showers. So I don't know, if maybe a Sim's stolen the shower that you need, go upstairs and use the shower up there. But yeah, then downstairs as well, you've also got like kind of middle left, you've got like the exam stuff, so the treadmills, and you've got like the x-ray machine and stuff like that. So yeah, there's quite a lot going on down there, really. But yeah, that's basically kind of all that's in the hospital, is just the stuff that you need. I don't really know how else to describe it. But I think I did a good job. There's a skylight in the canteen too, in the cafeteria, which I think looks really, really cool. It's a cool detail. It made the roof look more interesting. And you can also access the roof if you want to. I don't know why you would, but you can. But yeah, the rest of the stuff I do kind of off stream. I am nearly finishing up here. There's about a minute left of footage, so the rest of it I did off. I didn't really do too much landscaping. I could have done some really fancy pathways and stuff like that, but the way that the building was kind of on the lot, there wasn't really enough room for like a big park area or anything like that. It was kind of just, and I didn't want to move things because where the ambulance was and how this all road looked and stuff like that. I don't want to move anything around afterwards, so I just kind of left it as it was. But yeah, basically this is almost finished, so we are gonna pop into the game and I'll give you guys a full tour of what the hospital looks. It is a lot of packs, by the way, so sorry about that if you don't have a lot of packs, but it is functional though, so that kind of works. But yeah, let's go inside to the game and get a full tour of the hospital. Okay, so we're back in the game. This is also my sim, by the way. Let me quickly go into this mode. Her babies are already at home, which is weird. But this is my sim. Her name is Emeroid, for no reason. We also have her daughter, Steroid. Her other daughter, Non-Steroid. And her son, Corticosteroid. I found their names pretty funny, if I do say so myself. Let's go to the front. I will say as well though, the landscaping looks a bit gross because it's autumn? No, it's spring. Oh, so it's only day 2, so yeah, it looks a bit gross because it's only just come out of winter, so apologies for that. But this is the whole hospital. I really actually quite like how it looks. I can't take credit for this. Oh, hang on, let me hide my overlays for stream. Hang on, give me a second. I try to hide them for when it comes to YouTube because it's not relevant, and also like I'm not sponsored or anything when it comes to YouTube stuff, so or like partnered. I'm partnered on Twitch with Rogue, but I'm not, as far as I'm aware, I'm not partnered on YouTube. I should ask them that actually. Anyway, sorry. But yeah, this is what it looks like. Or let me go into build mode so that I can change the lighting and stuff. It looks nice in this lighting, but I kind of just, oh, that's pretty. So yeah, anyway, third time lucky. This is the hospital. I think it looks really cool. I do think though, because where the roads are here, this would really be where the ambulances come in. But as you can see, I've got A&E over here, so I imagine that like the ambulances, it would probably be longer for them to come all the way up here and down, but then I could maybe think that this is like a priority road and like this is the main road for cars, but then this is where like emergency vehicles go, or like public service vehicles, so maybe it's actually easier to get over here. A&E stuff, they come, I imagine there's a drop curb here as well, they come up here, and that's where the ambulance is. This is what I mean by the ambulance, by the way. So I'm gonna take it apart, but it's obviously not gonna like save like that. But if you take all this stuff off, like there's some like sized up plant pots from Debug. This is the vents that go on the wall. Like this is a door, like some some windows that are sized down. It's just honestly amazing. You got these lights as well. Like, it honestly blows my mind that someone looked at all this stuff and thought, I can make that into an ambulance. Sorry, how can you make that into an ambulance? But they did. Oh, there's a light there. I hope I haven't uploaded this to the gallery yet. I'm going to quickly save that. I don't think I have uploaded it to the gallery. That's amazing. I don't know how people figure that stuff out. But yeah, so this is the hospital, and I really enjoy it. This is completely non-functional. There's nothing in here. I just thought it would add a bit more dimension to the roof. So I imagine it's like a services thing. Like, maybe there's like electricals in there, but you can't actually access it. Although, again, you can access this part of the roof. And you can also climb down into this if you want to. This is a ladder here. Well, one of them is. One of these bits is a ladder. I don't know which one it is. Is that one, the middle one. So you can climb down into this bit if you want to, but you can't do anything in there. So it's just kind of like, if you want to be a menace, you can do that. We can go into tab mode, I suppose, when we're doing this. And hopefully it won't be too weird doing it that way. But yeah, so hospital, in we go. In for the front door. There's nothing in here. This is just to make sure there's no drafts. And then you come into the... Is that Nazi land grab? You come into the reception area. It's very bright. I really like this kind of backdrop for here. I think it looks very nice and pretty. There is a small seating area here if you're waiting, but ideally you shouldn't really be waiting out here that long. And this bit I kind of left empty because I imagine you're going to need to put some sort of equipment through here quite often. So this bit's empty, but you just have the desk. There's nothing really out here. I don't want to clutter it too much because if you do decide to download this, I didn't want it to be like too laggy with things because it's a big build. We'll go into the faculty only, and that's, you know, it's faculty only because it has that little like stop sign. So as far as I'm aware, if you're a regular sim who doesn't work in the hospital, you cannot walk through that door. You have that in from high school years, and so I'm pretty sure you can't walk through that door. It's like if you have like male bathroom signs and your sim is a female, she can't go through those doors. They physically can't do it. So you shouldn't be able to get in here if you're not a worker. You come through here into some lockers, a cheap plastic bench, a little TV, a small kitchenette, a mini fridge, coffee. In this bit is a small sleeping area. And then here is a bathroom. What? What? In here is a bathroom. Okay, he's actually staff. Okay, you can shower in here as well. And I think this shower allows you to shower if someone else is using the toilet, but obviously someone won't be happy if you walk in and they're using the toilet, so it's fine. So yeah, I think that's how that works. I don't know who the hell you are, but you need to get out of here real quick. Back through here. Let's go back around. In here we have the waiting room, which I think is really nice in here. It's very cramped. You'll see a lot of these hand sanitizers around, but yeah, it's very nice in here, I think. A bit cramped. There is a TV in my GP practice. They have a TV to like put your name up on the screen, or they used to use that. I don't, they don't really do it anymore, but they'd have like info stuff, like different pamphlets and small videos and stuff kind of going across the screen. And then when it's your turn to be like called on, it will have your name on there, and it'll have like which room you need to go to and which doctor you're going to. So I kind of imagine that'd be the thing here. There's some, I imagine these would be like information leaflets, which I think actually looks pretty good considering you've got like different sciencey looking ones and like a doctor one. So yeah, some information leaflets and some books as well to read while you're waiting. Also some magazines, but it's very like non-decorated in here because it's a waiting room, you know. Too many seats. No way. And in here there's kind of like files for every room, and these are all the same apart from a few small details. This is kind of what all the GP rooms look like. You've got your sitting area, 2 seats in case you want to bring someone with you, some tissues, you're going to cry, an eye test, they have their PC. The desk is really where there's only any differences in the rooms. Like this one, their kid has made them a nice flower thing. Otherwise it's maybe some books or something like that, or a picture frame. A small station for, you know, general patient outside. A small station from some general cabinetry. A little medicine cabinet and a sink, and then you have like a little examination table bit as well. So I'm sure if you load in here, this is where the actual patients should go and sit because they're the closest beds. There are obviously further beds like further in the back, but these are the closest beds, so I hope that the Sims route to these ones. If not, I'm sorry, but just ignore the other patients. But yeah, this is actually what my GP looks like. Most of the rooms, they're not quite as long as this, but obviously Sim scale doesn't really work out well. But this is genuinely what the rooms in my GP look like. Down to the bed being at that corner and stuff like that. They have the 2 seats in this position. They have the desk there. Similar looking desk too. So yeah, I think it's quite cool. I kind of modeled it over this. The rest of the place, nothing like it. But yeah, so these 3 rooms here are just the exact same room. We're gonna carry on going straight up. So yeah, GP room and another GP room. What we're going to do is we're going to go into the maternity ward next. So this is the maternity ward reception. I didn't really do much in here because you're not going to use this room. It's not a real desk. There's this chair actually hasn't got anything attached to it. Like, it's just sitting there. I didn't do anything else in here because I didn't really see the point, but there's some waiting rooms for any partners or something, or family that are waiting. I don't know. Kind of left it like that. And then in through here, we have got the labour and delivery room. So this is where your Sims will go to have their baby, which is why there's a couple cots here, some waiting, like visiting chairs for friends, family who come to visit. You got your IV because you're going to need some fluids. You will need some fluids indeed. I wish that Sims had like a debug wheelchair, but there probably someone have made some, but I don't feel like doing it. So you've got 2 of these, and you've got the C-section area, which is where your Sims actually go to have babies. They don't like naturally have. You can get mods, I think, where they like naturally give birth, but obviously, when you're having babies in The Sims, they do use the surgery machine. So yeah, this is where they would go to have that. And then in here is the little room that I told you where the kids would, like the babies would stay. I literally just kind of left it very plain in there, quite white, but like some colour in there as well because, you know, it's babies and stuff, so you kind of want to have some colour. But yeah, so you can look in here and look at your babies. Although I did realise that the babies would be like looking at people having surgery, so that's maybe a bit traumatising for them, but it's fine. They can't see that far when they're newborn anyway, so it's not a problem. We'll go into A&E through the front door, so we'll come around here. We've got like a little tranquility garden. There was like a really small square that I was like, I don't know what to put here. I don't want to put like a room without any windows, so someone in chat suggested, how about you put like a little garden out here? So I was like, you know what, that's a great idea. So bringing a bit more extra natural light into these hallways. I say I don't want to have rooms without windows, but this one does not have windows. This is what you need for the actual gameplay. So there's a couple of, I think they're like science machines or something, but you need these for research and for like testing things when you're actually doing the career. So this room's very much like patient files and sciencey stuff, and then like some computers and stuff as well, because again, you need to be in the computers to like update records and stuff. So this is just kind of lightly done. You've also got the elements table thing. I've never used it, but you know, if you want to collect elements and put them in here, you can, I guess. It just felt sciencey, so I thought I'd do it in here. And because in my science classrooms in school, we all had uncomfortable as hell stools, I thought they could have some uncomfortable as hell stools when they're in here working as well. So this room is very simple, but it's needed for your gameplay, so I thought I'd just whack this in here. I think this is also... Oh, that door's the wrong way around, I think. Oh, well. Oops. There's some waiting chairs down here as well for any friends and family waiting for testing. In this room here, these 2 rooms are the same, but you have a little station for testing, which again is needed for gameplay. As you get higher up in the career, you need to have one of these, I think, for your patients and refer them over here. So they can just see themselves in the mirror, but we could obviously see them exercising, doing their tests and stuff like that. And there's also a chair in here for friends and family to sit. I don't think you need to access this computer, and if you do, I'm very sorry. I don't think that works, so you have to move it. I should probably test that, but I don't recall your Sims actually needing to look at that. And it let me place it there fine, so I hope that's not a problem. I'm just thinking about it now. It might be a problem. But this has the exact same room in here as well. This one just has a window or a couple windows. So the exact same. There's obviously some iPads in here as well. I kind of thought that would be like a hands-free thing for the GPs to need. Like they'd need to have like some sort of thing to update results as and when. So yeah. And then through here, a lot of warning signs. This is very radioactive, this room. In here, we have a friend. We actually have his dead friend downstairs. We did have some lore about him on the stream, but I can't remember what the lore was. But this is obviously the x-ray room as seen by the screws in the leg. Okay, just a little small space here. This is the decontamination shower. I didn't know if you'd actually need this or not for gameplay, but I thought I'd include it just in case. And you have obviously the x-ray machine as well. Ignore the clipping landscaping. But yeah, just a small little x-ray room for in here. Okay, and we go back through here. We'll go upstairs and then we'll go downstairs into the morgue and everything like that later on. The angles and stuff, like the speed that I go might be a bit faster because upstairs, the higher you go in this tab mode, the weirder the camera gets, so I'm very sorry. Through here we have a faculty only, just a double hallway, and then we have the gym in here. There's literally, I say a gym, it's literally a couple treadmills. That's literally all it is. That's all you need is a couple treadmills for the gameplay anyway. If you want to add more in, feel free. And then in here we just have a small toilet. So this has a toilet stool and a sink, and then these 2 showers. Again, these ones you can shower in without caring. Like a sim will come around and they'll shower in here if someone's like at the sink. They won't mind doing that. But I turn them away to give them a bit more like the illusion of privacy. So you have to kind of walk around here. So if you're kind of stood over here, you can't just look in to see someone showering in the curtain. And then right the way down to the end of here, we have the canteen. That looks a bit weird. Is that normal? What is that? I don't know what that is. I'm gonna ignore it for now. Is it like a... I have no idea. Is that what that looks like? Anyway, in here we have the canteen. And look at that skylight. I just realised there's lights floating, but I don't care. Nice really big skylight in here, which is nice, because there's not a lot of windows. But yeah, just a canteen in here for, like, I don't know, patients or, like, friends and family of patients to use. Yeah, that's what this looks like. I just realised how janky this looks. That's part of the actual bar. That's really weird. Nothing really massive in here, honestly. There's not really much to use for up here. And then if you are part of the faculty... Oh no, hang on. Never mind. I forgot there's toilets down here too. So you just got a couple of stores down. So this is like what the patients and customers and stuff would use. So that's not for like you to use. Although you can use them if you want to. But there's enough toilets downstairs to not have to need that. So that's enough. There's one. Never mind. You can go outside on the roof over here just to access stuff if you want to. But you don't need to. This is also a faculty only door. And then all the way back down again. Yeah, so you come down here. And you go through this way. This is where the surgery rooms are. So yeah, just a really standard surgery room. We'll look at that window in a second. You've got some like medical, like, you know, medical cabinetry. You have some medical supplies and stuff over here, and just the general surgery beds. So very simple. Hopefully your Sims don't come down here to have the baby. I don't think they will, because again, I tested it, and my Sim decided to go to the end. Because that's where originally, like, I don't know if that's the routing, but that's where originally, like, the beds used to be, like, the surgery beds used to be, so I don't know if that's, like, a one-off thing, or if they might go downstairs, but they shouldn't. They should stay upstairs, I think. Although, going downstairs is technically quicker, so it's up to you. But there's no baby things down here, so your baby will go upstairs if you come down here to have your baby. And then over here, we have just another room, basically the exact same thing. Slightly different layout, but it's very empty on purpose. Because I imagine you wouldn't want to have so much clutter around in a surgery room. So you've got like a wheelie table with all your apparatus on it, or apparatus on it. But yeah, other than that, very clinical, which I think is the best way to describe it. And if you go through this wall, there's absolutely nothing here. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm gonna have to really carefully frame you guys through this thing. So you have like a separate door. So you obviously have like uwu, dead, morgue. So you come through here. I'm just going to cut to the next bit straight away so I can make sure I'm blocking some things out. Here's our morgue. Ignore the really well placed shape in the middle of your screen, and for legal reasons I will not be moving the camera. I would have my mouse instead. But in here we have the grim... Well, this is the mortuary assistant, right? This is who cleans you up and gets you going to your way to death. We have a big table here, which I think is like a bench or something, right? That was sized up. I think it's a bench, but it's a big metal bench. This bit here is actually... Oh, ignore that. Let me reframe. This thing here is actually, I think a stool, like a meditation stool from Spa Day that I sized down but raised as like a little head thing. You obviously got your sink over there because you need to wash your hands when you're playing with the dead. You got the tragic clown because, let's be honest, we're in a morgue. And then we also have some aircon and stuff. I will show you what this looks like when it's in animation, but I'm scared that if I go back into live mode, at the moment my Sim's gonna go back home because she's already had her babies and I've kind of been pushing it. So I will show you what this looks like in live mode, but I might just need to take it from the stream directly to show you what that was. So if I'll put that in just now if I just go to the stream. If not, I'll show you at the end. But yeah, these are also all the fridges for the dead body. There's 3 aircon units in here, so I'm imagining if you turn all 3 of these on, it'll be very, very cold in this room, and that's kind of the point. Also, let me just reframe you again. Okay, so there's going to be 2 really well positioned shapes on the screen. Now, just ignore them. They don't mean anything. I will, by the way, take the actual thing underneath the shape out when I upload to the gallery, but I'll also upload the version of it with the shaped thing. So if you have also got Wicked Whims, and you do also have the specific mod that I have, you can maybe download it as well, because I think this is kind of funny. But yeah, so there you can clearly see that there's a mirror. I don't know why I decided to do the mirror in here. But if you go to the other side of the mirror, I have reframed it again. It's the other things there. So when you're getting surgery, you can look in if you're still awake and see what might happen if you die during the surgery. Not creepy at all, not morbid at all. It's fine, don't worry about it. It's okay. I thought you might like another angle of the morgue. I do really like it though, especially the bloodstain. I think that's really cool. Right, okay, let's go to A&E. So you can, there's a couple ways to come up here, but for the most part, this is where the ambulance comes up, and they'll like wheel you out of the ambulance and take you into here. Otherwise, it's like a nice little park. Actually, let me take you around the back first. So around the back, there was a lot of space that felt needed to be taken up, and I didn't really know what to do there. So I thought I'd do like a small little seating area over here. It's literally nothing. I imagine this would be where you go to smoke if you smoked in obviously Sims don't unless you have the mod, but this is probably where you go to smoke. There's like a couple plant bits there, and yeah, just the tree, like a really small kind of community garden. I just felt like that would be quite nice to have. But yeah, if we go into A&E, you come in, there's reception over here, a few chairs, but otherwise it's not really anything big over here because this isn't the main place that you would go to, so it's fine. A load of seats to the waiting area though, and this is where you have the vending machines and the Simmy capsules. So these are collectibles and stuff that you have, like some food and whatever over here in a bin. And obviously this is where you get to the rest of the hospital, so that's kind of where that kind of circles round. Through here though, this is obviously where we have the overspill. Someone, you know, there's not enough beds in A&E, there's not enough space, but there's a small seating area as well for patients or family that are waiting for people in A&E. And then when you come in here, it's literally just a room full of curtains, honestly. There's nothing really massive in here. It is literally just the beds, some files, and some IV drips. But yeah, some places have little seats to sit and wait and like sit with their family in the bit. Some places don't because it's kind of too small. Some are outside. And then yeah, just a few little places in here. There are a few windows. Well, there's one window. That's sad. There's one window in here. But yeah, so just a really small A&E section as well. And yeah, that's essentially the whole build done, really. I don't think there's anything else to show you. The morgue is my highlight. I'm not gonna lie. The morgue is the best bit. But yeah, so this is my hospital. What do you guys think? How do you think it looks? Would you use it? So again, you can download this and use it if you want to. You just have to enable a few cheats. So I did, when I was coming back in to show you the build, it is just Control-Shift-C. This is a PC, I don't know how it is on console. Control-Shift-C, testing cheats, space true, and then bb.enable free build. So that's how that works, and you need to be not here as part of a job. That's all I know. I don't know how to do it when it comes to the police or when it comes to the science lab. I don't know how that works. But yeah, this is the hospital. What do you think? It didn't cure me like I thought it might, unfortunately. But it was fun to build, and it really didn't take that long, honestly. I could have decorated a bit more, maybe, but you know, I decided just to leave it as it is, and I think it's cool. There are a lot of packs. I'm very sorry about that. I don't know how many there are because I haven't uploaded to the gallery yet, but there are a lot of packs. Okay, so I deleted the little thing that's in here. So this is what the guy looks like without the really well-placed things. This should have some cool animation to it, as long as I don't get sent home. Yeah, so you've got some fog and you've got some bubbles. It does leave the room a little bit, but it's fine. But yeah, it's a bit haunting, actually. Okay, so I think this is on by default then? Yeah, okay, that's on by default. So this room must be really cold, actually. But you can obviously turn it off, but I don't know why you'd want to. There's a lot of fridges, so come down here and get salad. Why not? But yeah, that's the full thing. So yeah, sorry, I meant to do that earlier. I could edit it in and pretend that I didn't fuck that up, but we'll re-roll with it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to finish this video. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you do download this. Let me know what you think. And if I should try and figure out how to get into the police station. That might be quite fun. But yeah, again, sorry for not really uploading that much. I have just not been very well. But I'm starting to feel a little bit better. So that's good. Fingers crossed it stays that way. But yeah, thanks for being here. Thanks very much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Yeah. Bye.
It's that first day of first grade. That cute girl, your third day. That backpack, that snapback you've had since the third grade. The first time you got laid, the worst time you got played. It hurt, but you're okay. You learn from your mistakes. Your friends back in high school. We thought we were so cool. We'd steal Jack, my dad's stash, and drink the whole night through.